I am back with another video for you with this orange shirt. People say, Sajid, it looks like you are somewhere in a US prison. And some say, Sajid, you have started following Buddhism, perhaps. Bald head and orange color. Well, at least my appearance makes you comment. That is what I want to do. Comment. I read your comments. I like your comments. I learn from your comments. Now some new stories. First one is about an Ethiopian journalist who was arrested last month. He was running a YouTube channel with tens of thousands of followers. The channel could not produce any video after the arrest of this journalist. Today, an Ethiopian court ordered his release, granting him bail. Second news story is about a political party, opposition party based in the Amhara region of Ethiopia, NAMA, National Movement of Amharas. The party is fighting internal splits. Central committee of the party met a few hours ago, and party chairman offered to resign, but the central committee did not accept the resignation offer of the chairman. Thirdly, OLA today released an official statement about what happened in Wellega. Government says OLA is behind the killing of more than 200, dozens of, government has not shared numbers so far, but other sources say that more than 200 have been killed there. So government says that Shine is behind the massacre of civilians in Wellega. OLA today released a statement. What is OLA saying? A fourth news story is about an Ethiopian colonel, an ENDF colonel, who is a Tigrayan. He was in Tigray, but 3 days ago he passed away. Tigray news sources today confirmed his death, and the sources are claiming that his death is linked to lack of medicine in Tigray. Lastly, was very important news story. Tigray says that enough aid is not arriving in Tigray. Fuel supplies are being restricted. So aid is lying in Makele. It has not been distributed. And we know that 2 days ago, some Tigrayan organizations wrote a letter to US ambassador to Ethiopia to visit Tigray to see for herself the situation, humanitarian situation in Tigray. Now, a top EU official is going to visit Tigray in coming hours. He wants to see humanitarian situation in Tigray. So things will be very clear after the visit of this EU top official about the situation in Tigray. Who is this official and what are the objectives of this visit? Will the government allow him to travel to Tigray? First news story is about an Ethiopian journalist who was arrested last month. Today, a court ordered his release. His name is Ethio Forum. He was running Ethio Forum, a YouTube channel with tens of thousands of followers. And the channel was producing videos with thousands of views on daily basis. But he was arrested last month. And since his arrest, the channel could not produce any video. That means the channel was discontinued. Today, Ethiopian Federal First Instance Court granted bail to Shimalis for 10,000 Ethiopian birds. The question is, will he be released or not? Because the Federal First Instance Court sometimes grants bail, but police files appeal against the bail orders. We saw that in the case of Miaza Mohammed, Salman Shome, and Damascus Dasalan. So let's see, will Yayusio Shimalis be released or not? It remains to be seen, but Federal First Instance Court has granted him bail. Miaza Muhammad has been released. Today we saw her pictures. She is out of prison. Before Miaza, we know that Solomon Shome was also released. Maskiram Abira was released too. Damascus Dasalin is still in prison despite granting him bail. Court granted him bail, but police filed an appeal, and Damascus is still in prison. Miaza, Solomon, and Maskaram, analyst, are out of prison. Let's see, will Ethio Forum journalist be released or not? Second news story is about a political party, opposition party based in the Amhara region of Ethiopia. The party is fighting internal conflicts. Name of the party is NAMA, National Movement of Amharas, led by Balate Mola. Opposition party, but it's part of the government. Balate Mola is now Minister of Innovation and Technology. The party has top leaders like Dasalan Chene, Christian Tadale, and others. We know that this party held intra-party elections a few months ago, but National Election Board of Ethiopia rejected the inter-party election after a complaint was filed by some party members. And National Election Board of Ethiopia told NAMA to reconduct General Assembly, to reconduct inter-party elections. And after that, we saw some statements from party leader Balate Mola and other leaders like Christian Tadale, conflicting statements. A few hours ago, Central Committee of the party held a meeting to unite the party, to create internal unity in the party. And Balate Mola, party chairman, offered to resign. He offered to resign, and he said that all party leaders who have been in senior positions for the last 4 years, all of them should be replaced. So that is why perhaps Central Committee did not accept this resignation offer of Balate Mola. If Balate Mola is fired, then others will be fired too who have been working in senior position for the last 4 years. Central Committee has not accepted this proposal of resignation of Balate Mola. Now in July, another meeting will be held. So far we can say that Balate Mola is still chairperson of NAMA. He is accused of being in secret alliance with Ethiopian PM Abiy and his party, Prosperity Party, and his part of the government too. Thirdly, viewers, very important news story from Oromia, where in Wellega, more than 200 innocent Amharas and Muslims were killed. In Gimbi, government is accusing Oromo Liberation Army that it is involved in this attack. OLA today released an official statement. OLA is denying. OLA says that it never attacked any civilians. Government has raised a militia. Its name is Gachana Sirna, Guardians of the Government, and this militia impersonates as OLA, its members. And these militia members are involved in this attack on innocent civilians in Wellega. While it says it's ready if any independent international investigation is launched into this incident and other incidents. OLA referred to Oromo Kareo Abagada's killing case that Oromo regional government accused OLA, And Human Rights Commission of Ethiopia later said that government forces were involved in the killing of Oromo Kareo Abagadas. OLA is ready for international investigations, but that is what is said after each and every attack on civilians. Question is, why would government attack its own people, and hundreds of them would be killed? OLA says the strategy is to malign OLA, to discredit OLA. But that is what OLA says after each and every incident in which OLA's name is mentioned, which are blamed on OLA. Now, who will be independent investigator? Ethiopian human rights bodies, Ethiopian police is not acceptable to OLA. It means that some international body should conduct investigation, and Ethiopian government should allow some international investigative body, some human rights body, to visit Wellega and to record the statements of the victims, to visit the crime scene. We are not saying that OLA is behind this attack or otherwise, but government should allow at least some international human rights organizations to visit Wellega, to see for themselves who is the perpetrator here, who is the victim here. But Wellega is also under sort of blockade. It's not accessible to international media, to national human rights organizations. Fourthly, viewers, a colonel who was an ENDF colonel, but a Tigrayan, has passed away. He fought Doug as well when he was part of TPLF, and later he served as colonel in Ethiopian National Defense Force, a Tigrayan. He has passed away. His name is Sultane Siyom. Sultane Siyom was 65 years old, and reportedly 3 days ago he died. Tigray-backed news sources have confirmed the death of Colonel Sultane Siyom. But the news sources are linking his death to lack of medicines in Tigray, that he could not be properly treated. He was suffering from some health condition. Due to lack of medicine, he has died. Details have not been shared so far by government-backed news sources. Which disease was he suffering from? To which hospital was he admitted? No details. It is just being claimed that Colonel Sultane Siyom has died for lack of medicine. Lastly, was very important news story. Tigray government says that not enough aid is arriving in Tigray, that fuel is being restricted. That is why aid is not being distributed, because there is no fuel in Tigray. And international community should not believe what Ethiopian government is saying, that the humanitarian situation in Tigray is improving. Now, a top EU official is going to visit Tigray in coming hours. A few days ago, Demeke Mekonnen, Deputy Prime Minister, Ethiopian Foreign Minister, briefed EU diplomats, a virtual meeting attended by 27 EU ambassadors. After that, we saw that Ethiopian Justice Minister visited Europe, and he also tried to brief EU diplomats, EU officials about accountability measures adopted against human rights abuse in Tigray and about humanitarian situation in Tigray. But a top EU official decided to visit Ethiopia. He is in Ethiopia. He has arrived in Ethiopia. His name is Janis Linarčić. Janis Linarčić is European Union's Commissioner for Crisis Management. He arrived in Ethiopia just a few hours ago, and he announced in a statement that he'll travel two regions. He'll travel to the Somali region, to see the drought affected areas and the aid operations ongoing there. And he said that after Somali region, he'll visit Tigray too. Will Ethiopian government allow Giannis Linarchis to travel to Tigray? That remains to be seen. I think he will be allowed because the government is in need of financial assistance from the EU. EU withheld financial aid to Ethiopia last year, and Ethiopian government is making efforts for the resumption of this aid to Ethiopian government by EU. So he could be allowed to travel to Tigray. Some Tigray organizations 2 days ago wrote a letter to US Embassy in Ethiopia requesting US Ambassador to visit Tigray to see for herself the plight of Tigrayans. Now Tigray has an opportunity that EU's top official is going to visit Tigray, I think in coming hours or on Tuesday. Yanis Linarchich will be in Tigray. And maybe after this visit, EU will make a final decision about whether to resume financial assistance to Ethiopia or not. Thank you for watching.